Ben & Jerry's Homemade Holdings Inc., trading and commonly known as Ben & Jerry's, is a Vermont, United States-based company that manufactures ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sorbet. Founded in 1978 in Burlington, Vermont, it was sold in 2000 to British conglomerate Unilever. Today, it operates globally as a fully owned subsidiary of Unilever. Its present-day headquarters is in South Burlington, Vermont, with its main factory in Waterbury, Vermont. Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield were childhood friends from Merrick, New York. Although Greenfield finished college, he found himself unable to make his way into medical school. Cohen dropped out of school. In 1977, Cohen and Greenfield completed a correspondence course on ice cream making from Pennsylvania State University's Creamery. Cohen has severe anosmia, a lack of a sense of smell, and so relies on mouthfeel and texture to provide variety in his diet. This led to the company's trademark chunks being mixed in with their ice cream. On May 5, 1978, with a $12,000 investment, Cohen and Greenfield opened an ice cream parlor in a renovated gas station in downtown Burlington, Vermont. In 1979, they marked their anniversary by holding the first Free Cone Day, now an annual event at every Ben & Jerry's store. In 1980, Cohen and Greenfield rented space in an old spool and bobbin mill on South Champlain Street in Burlington and started packing their ice cream in pints. The first Ben & Jerry's franchise opened in 1981, on Route 7 in Shelburne, Vermont. In 1983, Ben & Jerry's ice cream was used to build the world's largest ice cream sundae, in St. Albans, Vermont. The sundae weighed 27,102 pounds. That same year, the cows on their cartons were redesigned by local artist Woody Jackson. In 1984, Haagen-Dazs wanted to limit distribution of Ben & Jerry's in Boston, prompting Ben & Jerry's to file suit against the parent company, Pillsbury, in its "What's the Doughboy Afraid Of?" campaign. In 1987, Haagen-Dazs again tried to enforce exclusive distribution, and Ben & Jerry's filed its second lawsuit against the Pillsbury company. In 1985, the Ben & Jerry's Foundation was established at the end of the year with a gift from Ben & Jerry's to fund community-oriented projects. It was then provided with 7.5% of the company's annual pre-tax profits. In 1986, Ben & Jerry's launched its Co-mobile, a modified mobile home used to distribute free scoops of Ben & Jerry's ice cream in a unique cross-country marketing drive, driven and served by Ben & Jerry themselves. The Co-mobile burned to the ground outside of Cleveland 4 months later, but there were no injuries. Ben said it looked like the world's largest baked Alaska. In 1987, as a tribute to guitarist Jerry Garcia and Grateful Dead fans everywhere, Ben & Jerry's presented its first ice cream named for a rock legend and the most famous of fan-suggested flavors, Jerry Garcia. In 1988, the two men won the title of U.S. Small Business Persons of the Year, awarded by U.S. President Ronald Reagan. Also that year, the first brownies were ordered from Greyston Bakery, which led to the development of the popular chocolate fudge brownie flavor. In 1992, Ben & Jerry's joined in a cooperative campaign with the national non-profit Children's Defense Fund. The campaign goal was to bring children's basic needs to the top of the national agenda. Over 70,000 postcards were sent to Congress concerning kids and other national issues. In 1995, they hired Robert Holland, Jr. as CEO after holding a "Yo, I'm Your CEO" essay contest as part of the search. Holland left after 20 months following philosophical differences and was replaced by Perry O'Dick in 1997. In 1989, Ben & Jerry's revealed their opposition to the use of RBGH in all their products. This genetically engineered hormone is sometimes given to cows to boost milk production. But Ben & Jerry's does not support this practice and is in favor of using less chemically intensive ingredients for the safety of consumers and the environment. In 1994, Ben & Jerry's, The Inside Scoop, written by Fred Chico Lager, former CEO of Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream, was published. The book tracks the history of how Ben & Jerry's ice cream got started. The book focuses on how two real guys built a business with a social conscience and a sense of humor. In April 2000, Ben & Jerry's sold the company to British multinational food giant Unilever. In the acquisition agreement, Unilever agreed to carry on the company's tradition of engaging in these critical global economic and social missions. Although the founders' names are still attached to the product, they do not hold any board or management position and are not involved in day-to-day management of the company. In 2001, Ben & Jerry's US completed the transition to eco-pint packaging, which packaged all pint flavors in environmentally friendly unbleached paperboard eco-pint containers, a decision it later reversed. The use of brown craft UNB